Hi guys, it's Phyrra, and today I'm going to talk to you about indie beauty. So for years, I thought that basically you could only find beauty at the drugstore or at the department store or maybe Sephora. Obviously, I was a huge MAC fan, so I went to MAC all of the time. They were in the department stores at that time. But after getting fed up with the fact that I couldn't find a foundation that matched me because everything was too dark, I turned to mineral makeup. And basically, mineral makeup is the reason I fell down the indie rabbit hole. So you might be asking, what is indie? An independent business is a business that is free from outside control. So Urban Decay, for instance, was indie until 2012 when they were purchased by L'Oreal. Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics and Sugar Pill are both indie brands because they are not controlled by large companies like L'Oreal or Estee Lauder. Regardless of definition, I'm going to talk to you about my top reasons for shopping indie. So the first reason that got me into indie was the wide range of foundations. So I'm really pale, and Meow Cosmetics offers I think 86 different foundation shades. So whether you are pale or dark or have unusual undertones, there's a foundation for you. So I really liked that they were all inclusive with global beauty. You can, like I said, you can find a foundation no matter your color. Two other great brands that offer a lot of foundation choices are Dreamworld Minerals and Silk Naturals. Both of them offer a wide range of shades too. Next up, I love the fact that indie companies are cruelty-free, and many have vegan options or are completely vegan. And that's a big deal for me because, as you know, I went cruelty-free on my blog in 2012. A lot of people really like that indie brands have good ingredients. You have less filler ingredients. Some people are looking for what they call clean cosmetics, so you see that overlap a lot with indie, where they're cosmetics that don't have parabens or talc. And while I personally don't think that parabens are evil, and I don't like the fear-mongering that some people do surrounding certain ingredients like that, I really do appreciate that some of the indie companies that offer talc-free formulas are great for people who have sensitive skin. So if you happen to be allergic to common ingredients like bismuth, oxychloride, or talc, brands like Silk Naturals who make their products without those ingredients are going to seem like a dream come true. A lot of indie companies like Makeup Geek or Silk Naturals offer dupes for mainstream colors from MAC, so that if you like a color but you can't wear it because it contains an ingredient that causes you to have a reaction, you can probably find an indie dupe that doesn't have that ingredient. So, you don't have to give up wearing the color you want to wear. If you are looking for a dupe for a product that's not cruelty-free, like say a MAC eyeshadow, you can find that dupe. Silk Naturals and Makeup Geek especially offer a lot of MAC dupes, so if you're looking for a special lipstick, you can probably find it at Silk Naturals, which I think is great if you are really tied to a specific color. So another reason that I think that indie cosmetics are great is that they are less expensive than their department store counterparts. You basically end up paying somewhere between drugstore and department store prices for products that I feel are at least department store quality or higher. The reason you end up paying less is because most small indie companies don't really have much in the way of an advertising budget, so you're not being charged for their advertising, and their packaging is usually pretty simple, which can be a drawback. Some companies have great packaging. I absolutely love Sugar Pill's packaging, but a lot of indie brands are just simple little jars, and they'll have some really pretty lid artwork. Like Darling Girl has some great lid artwork. But for the most part, they're little tiny jars, which looks different than, a big, beautiful eyeshadow palette from NARS. But that really ties into the quality. I feel like the indie brands are really able to offer a high-quality product for a less expensive price because they don't have that high overhead that you see with a lot of department store brands. I feel like their quality blows the drugstore away. I don't really buy a lot of drugstore makeup because I feel like I can get more for my dollar with indie brands. If you are outside of the USA, I'm in the USA for clarification, but if you're outside of the USA, another great thing is that if you're buying indie brands, you're only going to be charged the price that the indie brand sells for. I know that a lot of my friends in Australia, whenever they go to buy something from Urban Decay, there's a great price difference in what they pay in Australia versus what we pay here in the USA, and even between the USA and Canada. But indie brands really try to keep that price the same so that people aren't having to pay 2 times the price or whatever for the same product. And I think that's really cool, so that if you're outside of the USA, you can still buy something and have it be affordable. Now, one of my absolute favorite things about indie brands is that they offer unusual shades. I can get, my dark teal lipstick. Like my favorite dark teal lipstick is by Necromancy Cosmetica, which is a company that's in Puerto Rico. The color's called Necromantia. And then you have brands like Fairy Girl who make LAX, which is like this great grayish type color. And then Lunatic Cosmetic Labs who make my color Bruja, which I really love, which is like a pink taupe mauve type shade. So you can find really unusual colors in the indie brands, which I like. You can also find complex colors. Like I have never found complex nail polish colors like I can get from KB Shimmer or Glitter Days or ILNP. Like those brands make amazingly complex multi-chromes, multi-shimmers. And then of course you have Phyrra, and they're a vegan company, and they make some really, really complex eyeshadows called Arcane Magics. So you can get some really stunning beauty products that are indie that you can't find at Sephora. You cannot walk into Sephora and find something like the Arcane Magic shadows from Phyrra. If you're into perfumes, I think that indie has a lot to offer. I personally love gourmand scents, so I like foodie scents. And for me, it's really hard to find something in the store that I like. When I found the indie company Cocoa Pink, I was just like, I'm in love. Everything by them that I've tried that is in my type of scent, I've loved. So my favorite is Cinderella's Carriage, which is like a marshmallow pumpkin type foodie scent. I also love Hawaiian Cake, which is like pineapple and yellow cake and vanilla. I think they're amazing. Wicked Desserts is great. I have Poison Caramel Apple too, which I got and I love it. And I've even like branched out a little bit to try and sort of the weirder stuff like Bonfire Pumpkins, which is like a pumpkin smoky scent. And I'm not typically a fan of smoky scents. I hate patchouli. There's a lot of different scents that I don't like, but I really like Cocoa Pinks. And a lot of the indie perfumers make a lot of great perfumes. So there's a wide variety of perfumes out there that you can find. You can even find weird stuff. If you want something that smells like fresh cut grass, you can find it. So anyway, I'm sure that I babbled at you far too long, but I really wanted to share why I love indie cosmetics and why I think that they're great and you should give them a try. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you haven't already, be sure you subscribe to my channel. I make new videos weekly. Thanks so much for watching.